What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Civilization 5 AI only old world battle. The new world is slowly being colonized by Mongolia and nobody else, but some competitors to Mongolia are emerging. So it's getting interesting. One of them I'm staring at very closely here, but there we go. That is Parthian, who are doing pretty well for themselves. If they can hold on to all this stuff, they're gonna be in a strong spot. And obviously Mongolia are now up here too with Kiev and Kampalung. Probably that's how I say it. And hopefully my voice sounds a bit better. I've moved my stuff around on my desk, try and get my mic closer to my mouth, basically. So it might be a bit quiet. I know. Normally, I think my videos are quite quiet. Like you have to they're fine. Like you can hear it, but you have to turn it up, like on your device or whatever, quite loud to hear it. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it might be like that. So there we go. It might be a bit better. It might not be. I've got the blue snowball, which is renowned for being a bit quiet anyway. So Babylon and Greece piecing out, and here we go, two of the worst performing civs so far. Like even Arabia and Babylon have both got two cities, but Arabia have done a whole lot better with their two cities. Actually, as I said, that's a lie. Arabia now have 3 cities. My bad. Sorry, everybody. Rhodesia failed. I think, I can't remember if these two pieced out, but Rhodesia and the Congo, that didn't go well for Rhodesia, but the Zulu didn't get involved. That could have maybe changed the tide a little bit down here in South Africa, because I think eventually Rhodesia will come out on top as they get better with their technology. But of course we won't be able to look deep into that because the info addicts have decided to break on me, which is great, but it doesn't matter. Hopefully they haven't broken my Mongolia game, because that would be a nightmare. There's no way I'll be able to declare war on anyone if I can't know whether I'm going to win or not. China, very random attack on Poland, and this is very stupid, China. Please, what are you doing? And Persia, again, you don't need to be getting involved in this stuff, Persia. You need to focus on surviving from Parthian and India. That is, Mongolia v Poland. Okay, this is not good, Poland. What have you done? You're going to lose all 3 of these cities. Korea v Poland. What did Poland even do to the rest of... Oh... I mean, they took that city from the Khazar, but that's not very much. Indonesia and Portugal and Parthia. That's a big one, Parthia. Be careful, please. I'm rooting for you to win, so be very careful. But yeah, Mongolia and Parthia are probably going to eat up this land here. Japan v Poland. Everyone just wants to get on the 2 big civs. Parthia and Mongolia is good sides by the look of it, because that's why they're doing this. There was another war in there. Arabia and Ethiopia v Babylon. Arabia, May Sudden, who are pretty safe. There's not really any big civs near them except Parthia, who aren't really bothered about them. Britain, Poland, and Vietnam also joining those wars. Britain kind of matter, I guess. They got some stuff up here. It's not really going to damage Poland. Poland are pretty safe. I mean, the Khazar, who they are at war with, aren't really doing anything. Khazar and Congo pieced out. Actually, I don't think they're at war anymore. But the Khazar are pretty weak at the moment. China did just denounce Congo. Yeah, I'm actually going to focus not on Poland, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure Parthia and Mongolia will get this job done eventually. It'll be an interesting race. India v Poland, and the Indian army is already on its way. It's going to be a race, then, to eat up these Polish cities in the middle of nowhere, which is going to be interesting for Mongolia. I mean, India, you probably don't want to get involved in this, because you're just going to be the next target of the next massive coalition. Zulu, Babylon have pieced out, and Carthage have joined this war. This is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Parthia are coming in with a lot of cannons, a lot of musket men. Could do quite a job here, but they need to be careful, Parthia. They're expanding a lot themselves. Need to be very, very careful. Are they? I doubt they'll be ahead of Mongolia. Oh no, what have I done? Okay, they might be working, but I'm not going to try it or risk it. Just yet. Anyway, I'll wait and I'll save it, and then I'll open it when I'm not recording and do it then and see if it works. But no, Mongolia's still winning. But yeah, it didn't kill the game instantly that time, so that was interesting. Last time I tried to do a video and I opened it and it killed it instantly. Couldn't even click off. But looks like maybe it's healed a bit. Switzerland, are you building up? You could always launch an attack, maybe on Krakow there. Potentially you could be the ones to end it. Oh, we need to see the proposals in the World Congress. Switzerland, most people visit Bern. That doesn't surprise me. Most tourism, and then Nisa of Parthia in second. Beijing, Delhi, Peking, Mbanza, Congo, Hanoi, all capitals, as you'd expect. Let's have a quick level look at what the Congress is voting for. Embargoing of Ethiopia. Why, Garamantes? Like, of all the things you could have done. And Ian Smith of Rhodesia is embargoing silk, because, you know, that will greater his plans for world domination, of course. The embargoment of silk. So the Congo pieced out with Wallachia. Yeah, I'm going to watch this. I think Arabia could go huge here. Grab 2 more cities in the Arabian Peninsula. Completely wipe out Babylon. And then there's no one around them except Parthia, who are very strong. So maybe we could see Arabia start to claw it back. We've seen a strong Arabia before in one of the Europe battles, which is ironic because they're not in Europe. But that's just how it is. All the Europe games are won by civs, not in Europe. That's just the way it's got to be, I'm afraid. Okay, so Parthia are making their way over. Mongolia are still sort of reeling from trying to take Ghent over here. They actually have riflemen now. Poland, finally a bit of good news for them. They're no longer at war with the Sicilies. Mongolia is starting to build up more units out here in the east. And that Mongolian navy's growing, which is bad news for you, Korea, probably. Is Japanese New Zealand got any bigger? I mean, there's another city here, so there we go. Japan ignoring all the islands on the way to expand Japanese New Zealand. So I guess they are colonizing, which is credit to them. China are here with quite a few. Wow, Peking. Peking? Yeah, that's the city. But Qing, starting to look pretty strong here, Qing. Like, if you tax Mongolia, I mean, the problem is they've got some Gatling guns, which aren't great, but they can do some damage. If say Parthia and Qing teamed up in the future, or China maybe, there could be some big wars out here, which will be very, very interesting. Persia just grabbed this somehow. 1 tile to block off the Persian Gulf, although no one's got a coastal city in there anyway. So it's not the end of the world for the civs. They've lost out. There's 2 more Mongolian settlers already here. This is not good, guys. Not good. Why is no one else colonizing? Reverse colonization. There was all kinds of colonization, but here all we've got is not very much. There's another settler up here in the snow as well, and no one else is even bothered. Oh, Qing's coming. They're probably going to settle in the old world still, but yes, Qing is starting to make an effort, and I'm impressed by Qing. They've really put in an effort. Since, I mean, Mongolia only attacked them once, and they are Mongolia's biggest neighbours, so that, I think, tells you something about Qing. Vietnam are still here, so I don't think Mongolia will be able to run away with it, because there's still so many strong civs in East Asia. China themselves are looking quite strong. India, I think, are strong. They just have their army halfway around them. Actually, their army seems to have died a little bit. Where did it go? But India seem okay. I mean, they could probably build more if they needed to. They're just probably very pacifist at the moment. Siam, they don't count. They suck. But, yeah, Korea too aren't doing too well. And same for Japan. But Qing, China, Vietnam can probably keep Mongolia at bay. And obviously, the rise in Central Asia of the Parthians is going to make it just as difficult for Mongolia. This would be a huge war if they had to fight each other, but at the moment they're on this team enemy fighting Poland. Parthian going to put another settler here, trying to cut off the rest of these Europeans from making things more complicated. Denmark have had a sad time, really. In Scandinavia, the fact that Britain has got as many cities as them in Scandinavia is troubling, I imagine. Britain have done okay. I mean, they've got basically Northern Ireland, and they lost Cornwall, so it's tragic. But Denmark and the Zulu v the Vandals, real effective war that will be. Denmark, good job, top quality job. Oh, what is this? A Belgian chasseur. That sounds like a food, more than a unit, more than a military unit. That sounds more like some sort of dinner. And Rhodesia with another wonder, the Red Fort. Again, no idea what that does. And they've got their royal regiments. So we're starting to see some more unique units, which is cool. Congo have got cannons. I'm not even paying attention, but the Songhai, this region is still very quiet. Although Carthage are trying to fight Portugal. Probably not the smartest idea. There's a lot of Egyptian units. Egypt is still here. But, yeah, none of the African countries doing super well. I mean, even Rhodesia aren't pushing to win the game at the moment, which is interesting. Wallachia still just very... Oh, Egypt, Carthage. They have a border. Finally, we might... Actually, Egypt have got a lot of open borders. Let's see how this goes. This could be big. Egypt could very quickly... It looks like the Songhai might be considering joining in as well right now, considering all their units are just sort of sat there. That'd be interesting. The Garamantes, of course, have just been very quiet. Wonder if they would attack Carthage. They probably wouldn't. These guys are probably like best friends forever. Carthage yeah, well, their military's over here dying, so, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst move in the world. Portugal have had a good-ish game. It's been very weird. They have got some weird land, like they've got Portugal, southeastern Spain, a bit of Morocco, an island, and then they got Cornwall, south of Ireland, and Brittany. I mean, not what Portugal expected, I imagine, to have. No one's sending... Britain, what are you doing? Where even is that British scout? I bet it's like in the middle of nowhere by now. I probably won't find it. There's caravels here from Britain, but they can't be able to send settlers. There's a scout in the Amazon. Have you still not seen anything that makes you think, oh, we should settle over there to try win this game? Because, you know, you're not going to win it right now, Britain. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, you're definitely... Poland with riflemen. How are they managing this? That is pretty impressive. Okay, Parthian beginning the assault. I think we've got to focus kind of on this. Although, actually, let's look at the fall of Babylon too. Or maybe not the fall, but we'll see. The siege of Babylon. See, Arabia don't have too many units, actually. It seems like a lot have died. But, I'd like to see if they can do this. The Ottomans are always here to maybe help out, come through, clean up. See how that goes, because they've got a lot of Janissaries, considering their size. So we'll see what they do in the next few turns. Turn 230, yeah, well, I'll try to check the info-addicts again, to see if it's still breaking stuff. But yeah, there's some big stuff going on. Egypt v Carthage is pretty big. Mongolia now have 4 cities right in sort of, I don't know what to call this. I'm going to call it Central America. Actually, no, because this is Central America. The Central United States. Here. That's what we'll call it. And the I feel like this is more, I don't really know. Is this the Midwest? Even though I feel like this should be the Midwest. But I feel like this might be the Midwest. I don't know. And this is like the South, but I don't know. There's 4 cities, slap bang, in the middle of nowhere. So Americans, how do you feel? You're now the descendants of Mongolian settlers. That's what's going on now. Yeah, that's that. You now speak Mongolian as your language. Okay, let's see. So Parthia doing 2 sieges at once, which isn't always great, but Mongolia aren't really trying. So that is good news for you. And they probably should take both these cities, and maybe all 3. And that will be very scary all of a sudden, I imagine. Arabia are trying. They sure are trying. Babylon, it's their turn. Arabia may just have 2 lower tech. And Babylon is a very hard city to take. 37 defense, in between those 2 rivers, the mountains. Although saying that, 37's not great. I mean, it's compared to some people next. I mean, it's the same as the Persian new capital here, which is coastal. I mean, 40, there's 51 here, Krakow. Wow, that's impressive. 52 in Bern of Switzerland. I don't know if anyone can beat 52. That seems like a tough one to beat. Can we find a city that beats 52? I don't feel like there'll be one in Africa. There's a 47, there's another 51. Okay, there we go, 64. In the city of Salisbury of Rhodesia, 57 as well in Bulawayo. Over there, 56. Yeah, okay, so Rhodesia's done it. Maybe Parthia have got it in like their capital. No, 42, okay. Well, these cities are kind of in the middle of nowhere. What about Mongolia? 59, 61, 55. Okay, yes, they're pretty well defended cities. Peking's at 48. Seoul's only at 23. That'd be quite easy for someone to walk in there, grab that. Beijing's at 53. Hanoi, 52. Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing many more 50s just yet. Yeah, none in Australia. So let's see. It seems like Arabia's fallen back. I thought they were going to do really well there. They seemed like they had a lot of stuff, but it sort of backfired on them. Not gone so well. Portugal finally. They gave Marrakesh to the Songhai. I mean, the Songhai cannot connect to this, and also. Okay, yeah, the Vandals did spawn here. Okay, I was going to say, how did the Vandals do that? No, the Vandals, they're still around. Weirdly shaped empire. But, yeah, Morocco are eliminated as Marrakesh is gifted from Portugal to the Songhai. So maybe we'll see Songhai try to reconnect it to their borders, which will not be good for the Vandals if they do. Of course, the Songhai still yet to go after Mali. And Egypt should take a city in the next few turns. They are lined up to take UTK here from Carthage, which will add to their borders, which are already very weird. They will basically form a fidget spinner on the map if you get rid of this former Nigerian city here. Down on the mini-map. And how is it going? Oh, okay, it's going pretty well for Parthia. I mean, Poland is sort of retreating to its northernmost city. They've given up on protecting the bottom two. I think we'll probably see 2 cities fall this turn. Let's see if I'm right or not. China, Egypt, in they go. Yep, UTK has fallen. Dido loses her city. Carthage down to 1 city. Egypt have now formed the fidget spinner on the map. Plus this little side bit that's broken off. Yeah, Egypt, I mean, I'm surprised that they're doing okay. Carthage is still here. And Parthia are about to take this, hopefully, to prove me right. 2 cities in 1 turn. I don't think there's any other cities being sieged out, is there? Mongolia have stopped, probably to rebuild. They're building a lot of it out here in the east, where I imagine there's probably some more mines because of the tundra, which would be a smart move. There's a lot across the whole empire. I mean, they do still have the largest military. Yes, they do. But China now has the lead in population, so that could be interesting if China can maintain that. And there we go, the city of Balanjar here, which is the closest one to Mongolia, falls to Parthia. So Parthia and Mongolia do have a physical land border. Interesting. See, well, they already had one over here, but now they have another one. This could be one incredible war if these two break out and go at it. And there we go, Qing, right in the middle of Alaska. But they're here. They are the second civ in the New World. Because, you know, some people have everything given to them and they still can't make it over there. No one in specific. That would be harsh to single out any specific civilization for doing really badly despite being given a fantastic opportunity to. That would be unfair to do that to anybody. No one deserves that, do they? But jokes aside. Polynesia, what are you doing? I mean, Samoa did this and did really well, but it's not gone well for you. I mean, you did settle Samoa on Samoa. I'm kind of going to let you off a bit. I have no idea where Tonga is. It's around here somewhere. But, money. Just some money. Oh, and Poland retook that city. How did you manage that? Oh my goodness, Reclaw is gone. Like, there's no way they're keeping that. A lot of units here. But yeah, Mongolia are holding on. Japan pieced out with Parthia. That's probably a good thing. Susa has been settled, which is also a Persian city name. So there you go. Interesting thing to remember. Qing have an army out here, as do India. Oh, pardon me. Yawn. It's not even... It's like 2 o'clock. What is it? It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Wow. Okay. Arabia are trying... They're trying oh so hard, but it doesn't seem like it's working out for them here. Babylon. They're not really losing many units. They might be able to take it just yet, but Akkad is probably going to stay. And pretty difficult for someone to take out. Gonna be honest. Britain, you even trying yet? No. Oh my goodness. Come on. Send some settlers. What? Mali. Imagine Mali could do it. Mali from this struggling nation here. They just all of a sudden... start pumping out settlers. Actually, they have a second city, Mali. I never noticed this. I wasn't really paying attention to it, but it is here. It's probably going to be one of Egypt's next targets to make the fidget spinner, this arm of the fidget spinner, even bigger. I'm just kind of interested in Persia. They're still here, and they've actually managed to grab a bit of mountain. Are you going to take this back? And why is the city in resistance if it belonged to Poland? I do not agree with that being a thing. That shouldn't be a thing, but here we go. Parthia. Yep, they retake Balanjar, and this time they should probably keep it and begin their siege next turn of Reclaw. If they can grab all 3 of these cities, all 3 were fairly big cities. I mean, this one isn't anymore, but this would be really big for them. Really, really big. Their cities are there's much more space between their cities. The Mongolian ones are all very close together. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. The future. Vietnam. They've all got their armies just sort of wandering around here ready to do something. But what are they going to do? I have no idea. I mean, it seems like they're just very confused. They're just like walking around the desert. No idea what they're doing. Oh my goodness, Arabia's doing it. Okay, let's watch this. I think their turn might have just passed, but just in case. Yeah, it looks like it may have already gone. But either way, they're getting there. Good job, Arabia. Good job. Greece is still here. Like, I mean, there's no one that's really strong enough to take them out. Because no one's got a good... I mean, actually, I say that. Naples, you've got boats. Just do it with your boats. I know you're trading with them, but... Wow. Way to beat on Arabia, Mongolia. They're having some success. Leave them alone. Just leave them alone, Mongolia. You don't have to worry about Arabia. Alright? Just focus on what you're doing. And ignore everybody else. At the moment, you're not quite close to forming the Russia of this game. I was expecting you to. You're actually, you're starting to lose some grasp on the lead, even though you are winning in almost every category. I mean, the fact that China now has a bigger population should be a lot... Oh, wow, Beijing. All of a sudden at 25 population. Rhodesia v Arabia. This is... No, Arabia. Don't give up on your dreams. Do not give up. You can do this, actually. You border them. If you take this as well, Arabia, you would be, like, amazing. I don't think that will happen. You only have 3 Galeuses. And Rhodesia will probably send some boats up. But it would be amazing if it did happen. Yeah, let's watch this. I think Poland... The siege has begun, but it's going to take a while. Even with all the units they've got. Arabia, I think just... Yeah, Arabia go first. Okay. Okay. Egypt... I think they have open... Yeah, it looks like they have open borders, but they're not going to be able to get over there and take it realistically, are they? Let's be realistic. So yeah, let's go focus on this. And what is beginning to be the siege of Reclaw. So this is going to fall pretty big. Pretty big stuff going on here between Parthian and Mongolia. This could be what decides the winner, because Mongolia are in this war. They're not trying. Their units are just sort of walking around, just having a good time. We're not really doing anything. But it looks like we might see Parthia win this one. At least, or take the lead. Win it? That's a bold prediction. But, you know, this might start pushing them towards the lead. Swiss people, what are you up to? What is this border? This is very weird. Poor old Sicily. They did not get much borders. I mean, their borders can't even grow anymore. That is how tight their borders are. Tile owned by Babylon. Some of the borders are so weird on this. Mali, okay, the Ottomans joined. Mali doesn't matter, but the Ottomans versus Babylon. This might see the city of Akkad fall. If the Ottomans commit enough Janissaries, Arabia, you don't have any melee units left. Please, do not lose this city. I mean, if the Ottomans take it, that's not the end of the world, but that's what the Ottoman Empire does, isn't it? About in the 1600s. They start taking over the Middle East. That seems about right. Maybe it's a bit late, but hey, it's always time for the rise of the Ottoman Empire. They'll go after Athens. They'll go after Babylon. That'd be pretty cool if they did that. That would be cool. Don't think we'll see it though. And obviously Poland and Switzerland will basically represent the great Europeans. We have to keep them out, and Naples, the 2 Sicilies, have to do their job too. Well, Mongolia with a 5th city up here more towards Canada, or 5th city in the centre. They have 2 in Alaska as well. They'll be getting some resources, some production. These will probably all turn into great cities. And yeah, it's just further extending Mongolia as the leader for now. For now, everything can change. I mean, those cities won't be useful if they get into a war with someone like Parthia. That will be more about who chooses whose side. 'Cause if Parthia could get like Qing on their side, I can imagine Mongolia would lose quite a bit. But there we go. Vietnam only just into the industrial era, which is worrying because Genghis Khan entered it a while ago. And Vietnam is one of those technologically good civs we saw last time. Mercuria v Babylon. Okay, this could be the end of Babylon. Mercuria, the Ottomans, and Arabia, all involved. Problem is, why is there still Congo units here? They just love this spot on the map, don't they, the Congo? They just love being in the Persian Gulf. But, yeah, it looks like the Ottomans may steal Babylon if Arabia is not careful. Then the siege of Akkad is going to begin. Both Mercuria and the Ottomans going for it. Siam versus the Garamantes. I mean, yeah, whatever. You can do that if you want. Mongolia peaced out with Poland, and literally nothing happened. So that has gifted probably both of these cities to the Parthians. Maybe Mongolia will attack Parthia instead. Look at these Kashyyyks. Pretty scary looking horses. Although not super effective anymore. I mean, you know, Mongolia horses, they're a bit out of trend right now. I mean, at least you've got Gatling guns. I mean, no one else does, but a lot of people have got guns now. Horses losing their effectiveness. Still borders to grow here for Parthia and co. Dang, okay, Switzerland v Portugal. This is not good for you, Portugal. This is going to be the first sort of big war in Western Europe we've had so far. And Belgium is still here. Brussels is still a awesome city. Outbreak of typhoid in Naples. Just what Europe needed, you know, right when you're about to enter a massive war. Who else would want an outbreak of typhoid other than the Europeans themselves? But anyway, that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. If you are new around here, it'd be awesome if you could subscribe, although if you're here, I doubt you're not subscribed already, so it always makes me question why I say this. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.